What's up, CrossFit Roaster Barbell? Got some fun stuff planned for you today, Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. So first part, we have our strength. With our strength, we're gonna do every 2 minutes on the 2 minutes. Times 8, it's gonna give you a 16-minute strength portion. You have 2 movements. We're gonna go 6 hang power cleans paired with a max freestanding handstand. So for your 6 hang power cleans, first thing we wanna do is grab our bar with a clean grip. We're going to deadlift and stand tall. From there, we change directions. We go to the top of the knee. And then from the top of the knee, we're going to get tall again, slide up into our power position, elbows pull high, almost like we're jumping, and then elbows come through, and we finish our clean standing tall. Now, when we're going to do 6 in a row here, I don't want to bounce through these, so no bouncing on your hang power cleans. If you don't know what that means, good. I don't want you to do it. 6 hang power cleans. So once we're here, we're going to lower down carefully, and then we're going to slide down to the top of the knee and be very deliberate with our technique. So very traditional hang power clean technique here. Now, paired with our freestanding handstand, if you guys can't handstand, we're going to handstand on a wall. If we can't handstand on a wall, we're going to pike handstand on a box. If we can't pike handstand on a box, we're going to go into a high plank. If we can't plank, we're going to go into a low plank on the ground. So let's go back up to the top for our max freestanding handstand. I want you guys to try and get nice and tall, nice and long. We're gonna have our feet together. We're squeezing our glutes. We're trying to be nice and long. Our hands are gonna be underneath of our shoulders. Our eyes are gonna be down between our hands. And if it's okay if that kind of gets a little bit squirrely or if you're off a little bit. Even if you're moving around, that's fine too. I'm okay with you moving around. We're just trying to be on our hands only for as long as we can. I'm definitely okay with you guys taking multiple attempts during that 2 minutes. That's fine. What we're looking to do is find the longest handstand that we can during this time practicing. Part B, you guys have 4 rounds superset. We're gonna go 60-second front rack hold. Because you have 4 rounds, I want you guys to build up and see what you guys can tolerate here. So we're looking to unrack the bar, or you can just do a power clean from the floor, and we're gonna just sit in the front rack with our elbows driving straight forward. Elbows are up, pointing forward. And we're going to just sit there and hold. I want you to avoid overextension of your spine. So we want to do 2 things. We want to tuck our butt and squeeze, and then we want to pull our rib cage down. That's gonna keep us from being overextended in our spine. We wanna be nice and neutral with that front rack hold. If that is incredibly uncomfortable, that is a good opportunity for you to get better at it and work at a light weight. If it is unbearably uncomfortable holding that front rack, maybe if you have elbow pain or the flexibility just does not allow that bar to sit there, we don't want to just drive a square peg into a round hole. So what we can do is just go ahead and still get the same benefits for our core, and we're just going to cross our arms like a genie on top of the bar. That will give us a much better stimulus than just hurting ourselves for minutes at a time here. Now, pairing that with a farmer's walk, just like last week on Wednesday, we're gonna go single arm left, single arm right. Both are gonna be 100 feet. We're just walking, trying to stand nice and tall. We're trying not to lean through our farmer's walk. And we're definitely trying to pick a weight that's gonna be pushing us for the 100 feet. If you don't have a weight that's gonna push you for 100 feet, maybe just extend it or just walk super slow. You don't have to walk fast. The idea is not just to blaze through this. It's not like 100 feet for time. It's 100 feet for quality. So the slower you go, you might even get more benefit out of that. Moving on to your body weight workout. These next 2 parts I'm actually really excited about. I think these are gonna be super challenging for a lot of you guys. It's gonna give some of you that have some of these skills to really have an opportunity to excel and see what you're made of. So the body weight workout is gonna be 7 minutes. I want you guys to measure out 15 feet. That could be inside, it could be in the garage, it could be outside in the grass, it could be the driveway, whatever you're comfortable with. We're gonna go 15 foot, as many rounds of that unbroken as you can handstand walking. So that's a big ask. So if you guys can't handstand walk unbroken in 15 foot segments, that's okay, we have some options for you. But if you're gonna do this as prescribed, I want you to make sure you measure off your 15 foot, and you are not allowed to come down inside of that 15 foot to be RX in this workout. Now, that leaves a lot of other options open for those of you that can't go 15 feet. So what we can do is we can go with, broken. So like if you can only go like 4 or 5 feet at a time, that's fine. You're just gonna go ahead and scale and mark yourself as scaled, and you're going to keep track that way. Every time you go 15 feet, it's gonna be 1 rep, okay? So if you're RX, it's unbroken. If you're scaling, it's broken. We can also break this down even farther. We can go with scaling a 15-second handstand hold on a wall and just see how many of those we can do in the 7 minutes. We could also go pike handstand hold on a box if you're really struggling to move at all or get upside down. That's fine too. What I'm trying to get out of this segment is for those of you that can get upside down to get better at it. For those of you that are having trouble getting upside down, it's to get used to it. Okay, so this is a really important thing that I don't think you guys should be trying to skip. There's a lot of value in being able to hold yourself like that. Now, the next part 3, you guys are gonna have an awesome workout that I've done a billion times and I've gotten very frustrated with. So it's called Flight Simulator. I remember a moment a couple years ago where I sat in the gym for probably 90 minutes doing this workout over and over and over because I had a specific goal in mind that I couldn't do. I did it once, but I actually miscounted, so it didn't matter. So it's a really interesting workout. It's gonna help you take manageable breaks and basically manage the risk of pushing the pace too much. So this is a workout that's going to emphasize doing unbroken sets of jump rope. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. So basically 5 up to 50, back down to 5 by 5s, unbroken sets. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 unbroken sets of double unders. They have to be unbroken. So that's kind of the thing here. So if you can't do them unbroken, you can't do this RX, period. Altogether, it's 500 double unders, which is a high moderate amount. It's not a lot, but it's definitely a solid moderate amount of double unders. It's going to be very difficult to try to scale this and double that. So like for those of you doing single unders, you're probably not going to want to do 1,000. So let's just keep it, if you're scaling to single unders, let's keep it at 500. Let's keep the reps exactly the same, and let's just go ahead and push the pace with that. A fair warning, this does get really frustrating. So just expect to get to a point where you're like, oh, I was right there, I almost had it, you got to start the whole set over. So let's say if you're scaling it, not scaling it, whatever, you're on the 50. Let's say you're on 50, and you've done 48 in a row, and you trip on 49. That entire 50 no longer counts, you need to start over, okay? Now, let's say you're having a absolutely terrible time with jump rope. You can't double, you can't single, you can't do much of anything with it. Let's use this as an opportunity. Let's set a clock for like 7 to 10 minutes, and let's just work on getting singles, okay? Let's just work on it. There's a fair amount of people that need to work on jump rope, and that's okay. Use this as an opportunity to get better. I would suggest using a mat. So like these rubber mats we have in the gym are excellent. If you have something like that, you're gonna want to use it. If you are outside in your driveway, you are going to wreck your jump rope. Don't jump rope outside without having a mat of some kind underneath of it. You're gonna take the life of your jump rope and you're just gonna light it on fire. It's gonna go very, very quickly. You're gonna roll through the life of that jump rope. I also highly suggest, especially if you're doing this RX, write down all of the numbers. When you complete the set, wipe it. It is very, very easy to get lost in this workout. So you might be like 10 minutes in and you're like down here somewhere, you're 25, 20, and you just don't remember if you're on 30, 25, 20, or 15. You just don't remember. You just go blank. It happens. And then you'll have all that work and you'll be screwed. Write down these numbers and then wipe them away as you complete them. It's gonna be the easiest for you. Don't try to do this all in your head. It's not possible. You might be able to get away with it for a little bit, but I promise you that you're gonna forget something. It is a lot of reps. So that is your workouts for Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. Get after it. See you soon.